The last 2 years dealt a hard blow to Israel's tourism industry. In fact, some would say it's nearly non-existent. CBN's Paul Petit spoke with some people who have been most affected and how they survived and what's next. Take a look.
These days, the Garden Tomb in Jerusalem is empty in more ways than one.
Tourism is essentially not a functioning industry anymore.
CBN News spoke to Israeli tour guide Yuri Goldflam just outside the Upper Room, the traditional location of Jesus' Last Supper. It's void of visitors as well.
Used to be a sixth largest export industry in Israel, and today it doesn't exist as an industry. It's not a viable industry. There are not enough tourists to come to fill calendars.
It's been a brutal 1-2 punch for the country's tourism industry. First came the pandemic of 2020, then just months after it ended in May of 2023 came the Hamas terrorist attack of October 7.
As you can see right now, where are all the people?
Yehuda Deutsch describes what the City of David tours used to look like.
It could hold 200-300 people, and that means multiple groups would be seated, and you would see a few guides. And right now, if you look over the railing, you'll just see nothing. There's no one there.
It's no different at the Garden of Gethsemane. According to the Israel Ministry of Tourism, the country is suffering record losses. Tourism has plummeted by almost 70% since the war in Gaza. That's 3.5 million fewer visitors than the record year of 2019. It adds up to a $3.4 billion loss, with hotel occupancy at historic lows in some areas. Merchants like Yudi Miriaz describes the impact in Jerusalem's Old City.
You see the street is empty right now, and it was more or less for the last 2 years, a bit, sometimes a few more days. It's most of the time it's me, and there's a stray cat to come to stay with me.
While Yudi is still painting, tourism facilities and hotels have either reduced operations or temporarily closed their doors. Yehuda says he's fortunate to still be employed.
I'll say two things that I have pain when I say it, but because it hurts. A lot of people had to change their profession. Many people left the tour guiding business, went into other fields. I'm familiar with a lot of people who went into financial difficulties and affected their lives harshly.
I have to say that I'm lucky. I'm lucky and I'm blessed.
In order to stay afloat, Yuri had to reinvent himself. In addition to making online videos and tour apps, he travels to the United States and speaks at churches about Israel history, the war in Gaza, October 7th, an Israeli one-man PR firm battling against many of the false accusations about what's happening here.
First of all, I speak to audiences who are friendly, like people who support Israel, people who intuitively understand that in this great battle, there's good and there's evil, there's right and there's wrong, and Israel is on the right side of this equation.
Yuri's speaking engagements in the U.S. extend to civic and business groups, synagogues, and state legislatures. He plans to return to the U.S. soon.
Most people don't know where the Gaza Strip is. They couldn't find the West Bank on a map.
Yuri and Yehuda say misconceptions around geography here contributes to the lack of visitors. Jerusalem is a good 90-minute drive to the Gaza Strip.
It's what you see on the news is in a very specific area. It is completely irrelevant to the rest of the country.
The silver lining is that all these sites that are usually very, very crowded are now empty. So if you do want to come, and you do want to travel to Israel, and Israel's safe. I mean, you walk around here, and people will walk around Israel. My kids go to school, kids go walk around, it's fine. Israel is safe to visit, and if you do want to come, you'll enjoy all the popular tourist sites without any lines or any crowds. It's quite wonderful.
When the war in Gaza does end, it will be a long uphill recovery for the tourism industry here. Yudi isn't concerned, as he repeats his answer when often asked how slow tourism in Israel has been.
And in many ways, we are like fishermen. Imagine fishermen at the Sea of Galilee and it's a stormy day. Would you be able to go and fish now? It's a stormy day. But you have alternatives. You can sit, fix your nets, prepare other things, and the storm will be over. So I'm here. I know it's going to be stormy, but it will be over because storms make us better.
In Jerusalem, Paul Petit, CBN News.
It's no exaggeration to say that the entire nation of Israel is dealing with post-traumatic stress, and helping Israelis recover from the strain of long-term conflict is what CBN Israel is doing with their newly opened Resilience Center. It's a place where people can get the psychological and spiritual support they need. Take a look.
Here in Israel, difficulties continue and evolve, and we have to learn to strengthen both the psychology that already exists and also to build new resilience. My goal is to do it on several levels. First of all, with the people we're treating, because sometimes we don't give the patients enough tools, and it's very difficult for them to deal with all the problems, with all the pressure and the sadness. There is a lot of pain in the nation, so people need to be strong in order to process it, but also to help others.
The people of Israel are no strangers to adversity, and they have experienced firsthand that suffering produces endurance. Endurance produces character, and character produces hope. This is why CBN Israel's Community Support and Resilience Center exists, to provide tangible help and hope. This hope echoes the promise spoken by the prophet long ago. For I know the plans that I have for you, says the Lord. They're plans for good and not for disaster, to give you a future and a hope.